guys! Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm going to help you save money, look beautiful, and anything else in between. So what we're going to do today is we are going to tackle our brows. Since it is pandemic, there's been a lot of closure of beauty salons and a lot of lockdowns in different countries. So I thought it might be a good idea to show you how to do your beautiful brows at home. I'm going to show you how to wax them, tweeze them, how to know what your shape is, and also I'm going to show you how to tint them as well. So if you want to turn your brows into a beautiful thing, then keep watching. So I have gathered all the things that I will need for my brows. So this is what you will need. So you will need any sort of makeup remover. So I've got micellar water. There we go. Then you will need some water as well. So this is what I've got. This is what I use on my clients. I have a little pump and inside I have distilled water. So all I do is I use a little cotton pad, pump it, and then this is what I do to remove the tint. You will also need your cotton buds and your cotton pads as well. Oops. It falls apart like this, you can take it apart, so nothing's broken, don't worry. Then you also will need your tweezers and scissors. So I've got mine in Barbicide right now, so they need to sanitize. You will also need different brushes. So I've got my tint brushes. Also need a little spoolie. So yeah, you'll need a little spoolie to actually comb through your brows. I also got, this is what I have at work. So in my little salon place, I've got loads of different brushes. I've got little tweezers, spatulas, and different kind of brushes as well. You will also need any kind of just palettes. So the reason why you'll need a palette, because I'll show you how you can measure your brows. Then you will also need this. So this is actually a waxing strips to wax at home. These are the waxing strips, you can see. So what you can do is you can have the waxing strips, or you can actually have a waxing pot. I do have a big one actually in the corner of this room, but the only thing is it's actually quite big to show. You can also, what you can do is you can actually find a little wax pots that are about this big. They sell them on Amazon. But if you are a beginner to waxing your eyebrows, I would actually stick with these. You have much more control with the little pre-made wax strips rather than going straight into the wax. Because the thing is, if you go straight into the nice hot wax that drips, you can end up with getting it on a clothes, and it's really hard to get off the clothes. And with this, it is literally on the strip and it's ready to be put on. What I also got with me, I do have a mirror because I do need to see what I'm doing, and I also have got my tint and developer. So again, you can find tints on places like Amazon. I do recommend though to do a patch test. So this is something that I do with all my clients too. I do patch test at least 48 hours before the treatment. And I do it even if the new client comes to me and says, well, I've had a tint done before and nothing happened. You know, I've had loads of tints done before as well. And the problem that I had once is we had a new brand of tint arriving in the salon where I worked. And I thought to myself, it's tint, you know, I'm still gonna apply it. I've done it many times. I've done it on clients, I've done it on myself. And I was actually going out for a Christmas do, I think it was the next day. And what happened is I ended up, it was almost like a burn just on the corner of my eyebrow, and it was technically an allergic reaction because it all actually blistered underneath and it was so itchy. And I remember thinking to myself, I actually have to do my makeup for Christmas do, and what am I going to do about it? And it was very surprising because like I said, I've been doing tints on my eyebrows for a very long time. And to see something like this, I was like, wow, I've actually reacted to the ingredients in the tint. So please, please, please always do a patch test before you actually start doing the tint, because you are so close to the eyes. It's such a sensitive area, you don't want to end up with an allergic reaction. And the best way to do the patch test, all you do is you get your tint, get your developer, you mix it in your little dappen dish. This is what these little bits are called. You mix it with a brush, and you see a lot of places, this is something that I used to do as well. If you go to a beauty place and you get a patch test done, they always like to do it behind your ear. However, what I've learned is if you to have an allergic reaction, you are very close to your airways, so you will end up, you can end up with anaphylactic shock. So the best place for you to do the patch test is just on your inner elbow. That is the easiest place, and what I usually do with my clients as well, I'll put a little dab of the tint already mixed with developer, and I'll put a little band-aid or a plaster, whatever it's called in your country. I put that on top, so then that actually protects all your clothing. So in the next 48 hours, all you look out for is just a generic allergic reaction. If you're reacting here, you will definitely react here. So that's why it's very important to do a patch test before, and I will always continue to do patch tests for my clients as well if they are new at my little beauty place. So yeah, so you can get the tints at the Amazon. You can find a few different places as well, like eBay as well. They do tints as well. So this is what you'll need to. I actually have quite a lot of different tints that I'll show you, because obviously you do get a lot of different clients. So I have different colors too. So I've got plenty, but I'm sticking with dark brown. I am growing my natural hair out, but I still got a lot of brown at the end, and hopefully soon it'll be chopped off. So yes, I've got blue black for the lashes. You also get the light brown too. Yeah, so you get the light brown color. You also get the dark brown, which is exactly what I'm going to use. There we go. And then also blue black, and I have blue and black as well, so they're quite separate. So this is kind of a bit of an old system for a blue black color, but it's good to have those separate as well. And I also have a bleach. I actually ordered that by mistake, and I ended up, I thought it was a really, really light brown kind of blondish color. And what they did, they actually, when they advertised it on the website, they had it showing I think it's an Austrian, brown, so they had like Austrian writing on there. And it said blonde brown. I was like, oh, that's fantastic. I have quite a few clients who are actually very, very light. And I thought to myself, that'd be fantastic. So when it finally arrived with the light brown, because I did need a new one, and when I actually turned it around and it says it in English and it says bleaching paste for eyebrows. Great, that's not what I was hoping for, but okay. So when I did my training back for eyebrows, they did say that you can bleach the eyebrows, take out all the pigment out of the hair, and then you can bleach the hair straight after. So basically what will happen then, that the pigment of the second tint will hold on quite well to the hair, because it was pigmentless basically, and then you are adding your own pigment in there. So I'm yet to try that. I don't know if I'll be brave enough to to bleach my eyebrows. Comment down below if you do want to see me bleach my eyebrows, and see what's gonna come out of that, to be fair. But yeah, let me know. So yeah, I do have a few different ones, and I will talk you through every step of what to do with each and every product or tool right here. And then let's tackle these bad boys. So here I am, actually, I've prepped my hair, and this is something I also use on my clients just to get the hair out of the way. Got my little clips, and I put little cotton pads underneath. The reason why I do it is actually not to have any ridges in the hair after when I take it out, because sometimes when you're doing somebody's brows, or even your own, it can take quite a while, so hence why it looks quite funny, but let's do it. Here we go, you guys. Say hello to my slightly overgrown eyebrows. But the first step that we're going to do is we are going to remove any makeup that might be on my eyebrows. All I have is a brow gel in my brows right now. I decided not to do my eyebrow makeup before this video, but what we're going to do, we're going to take our micellar water on a little cotton pad right here. Please excuse my nails, they are due to be done. I need to redo them like pronto. All you do, you just remove with micellar water or any makeup remover that you may have. Yeah, there is a difference between my foundation and my skin. My face does not tan. I live in beautiful sunny Spain, and yeah, it just refuses to suntan. So all you do, just remove any makeup that you may have on your brows. Thanks, Orion, for barking, my cute baby. There we go. So you just go back and forward. You can go against the hair growth just to get any makeup that might be in between the hairs. There we go. So if you are using micellar water, I'm not sure if people are aware, but you are supposed to remove it from the skin. You don't leave it on. So hence why this is why I have my distilled water, one of the reasons why. So all I do now, just do a few pumps of distilled water and then just remove this excess of micellar water. There we go. So they seem pretty nice and prepped. There we go. So what I've done is I kind of have a shape already and I know what shape I have. But if it's the first time for you doing the eyebrows, then that's something that you might think, oh gosh, I don't know what shape to do. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. So what you can do is, and this is why I showed a little palette, what you can do is you can grab a makeup brush, wet it in the water. In my case, it's the little distilled water that I have, and then you dip it in the powder. Apologies, I've disappeared. You dip it in the powder, and then what you can do, you can grab anything that is straight. So this is an orange stick, so I use those to actually wax the client's eyebrows. I find them quite comfortable. So this is how you measure your brow. So the first step that you do is you measure where's your brow here. So some people measure it from the edge of your nose through your corner of your eye, but I like to measure it just ever so slightly. Where would your nose piercing go for you to get one? So this would be the start of your brow, and this is why you mark it. This is why you have this, you guys. So, and you do exactly the same right here. Go. I know it's not straight, I'm literally looking in the viewfinder right now, and this is how I'm kind of coordinating myself. I know I prepared a mirror, but I find this a bit better. Then what you do is you go through your iris and, iris pupil, and then it's from the nose, from the edge of the nose through your pupil. This is your highest point of the brow. And then you do exactly the same on the other side. Here we are. And then you need to look for your little edge of the brow now. All you do, again, from the edge to the corner of the eye, and it's right here. And then you do exactly the same on the other side. There you are. So this is how you measure your brow. So this is where it's supposed to start, the highest point, and then the edge. So like the little tail of the brow, let's call it that. So this is what you do. And then to help you, what you can do is then you can continue to draw or what shape you would like your brow to be. So I'm just kind of giving you a little example. I mean, I'm not aiming for much, but kind of you do the line and then you can do the line at the top. These lines always stay parallel to each other, and then at the edge you look at your hairline. This needs to be parallel to your hairline. So then this is how you just create the shape. You can make them as thick as you want, you can make them as thin as you want. It's entirely up to you what you want to do with the brows. So I'm not going to draw the shape because that is, like I said, I know. And then the other thing that's going to help you to create the shape is the next step, which is the tint. We are now back at a funny angle. Sorry, my face is gone, but I just want to show you how to mix the tint and what you need to do. So basically all you'll need, like I said, is your developer, the color itself. It's pretty similar to what you do with a box dye, with hair color. Pretty much the same. And then you will just need your brush. And this is my brush. This is what I use to tint clients' hair, well, eyebrows. So all you do, you pop a bit of color in Dap and Dish. Honestly, you don't need much. You don't want to waste the product. And remember with these two as well is always keep them closed tight. These two products oxidize. What oxidize means is it reacts with oxygen. When it reacts with oxygen, the molecules inside the product, they start to expand. So you need to get these products on your hair before they start to oxidize. Look at me, I'm already speaking too much and letting this product oxidize. And then you add the developer. Always read the instruction of what it says on here. So for example, here it says, where did I see it? It said 1:1, didn't it? I think it's here. Yeah, mix 1:1. So basically it says mix 1:1 right there. I almost knocked things. Right there. So this is kind of what I've got here. So it's in my little dapping dish. And now you just mix. And that's all you do. You mix it until it's just a one paste mixed together. It doesn't take long to mix either. This is all you do. And there you go. That's a little paste that you're looking for right here. Here we are. We are back to my beautiful brows. So now that we've got the tint mixed, I'll just take a mirror now because I do need to see quite close of what I'm doing. And I like to use a flat brush. The reason why is because it's easier to get nice and straight lines. So this is what my brush looks like. Where is it? Oh. This is what it looks like. There you go. So that's my brush with the product on it. This is why I like my brush like this, and you'll see in just a second why. And this is how I apply the tint. So just, you can do like little pressing motions, get a nice straight line, and just keep dipping your brush in the product. Oops. And like I said, you can play around with the shape, the thickness of the brows. You can do whatever you want, guys. I mean, some countries are in lockdown, like England, for example. If you are in England, guys, this is your time to experiment with brows. Do what you want. Maybe you will find a new shape and you think, oh my gosh, I love this. This is the best thing ever. And that's all you do. So what I have on my brush, I have this edge, then I also have this brush at the end. I don't know if you can see this. There you are. And then what I like to use it for is to clean up the edges. If I think to myself, oh, okay, that's a little bit too much, you know? it up if necessary. And there we go. And then what you do is you do exactly the same thing to the other brow. You leave the tint on between 5 to 20 minutes, depending on how strong you want the color. I like to leave mine on for as long as possible, so 20 minutes. And once they both have developed, I will be back. So I've done the second brow, and now I can actually see in the viewfinder to something to fix really quickly. There we go. Now I'm much happier about that. So like I said, 5 to 20 minutes, depending how dark you want them to be. The tint will also stain the skin, so if this is something you're aiming for, then leave it on for 20 minutes. So that's pretty much it for the tint. I will see you in 20 minutes. Okay, now that the tint has developed, you can see that actually has gone much darker than what they were when I applied the tint. So all we do now is we take our cotton pads and pump them on our distilled water. But like I said, you can use normal water. I just prefer to use that. And start removing it. And then that's all you do. So now that's tint removed, just have a look at your brows. You see the tint gives it a beautiful shape already. All you have to do now is just follow that shape to actually do maybe like happy to do brows. It actually looks quite funny that I've got no foundation around them. Oh gosh, yeah. Like I said, I'm sorry about the shade of my foundation, but it needs to kind of match to my actual skin that has been tanned. So now the fun part, the waxing. So what I like to do before I start the waxing is I always take my little scissors, and I do get very funny, quite long and straight hairs right here, and they just kind of just grow upwards. So all I do is I just give them a little trim, just along the line of how the eyebrow is. Just here. And then just take my little spoolie brush. I don't like to actually trim the whole of my brow because I tend to end up with gaps in between them. So what I like to do is literally just trim them in here, and that's pretty much it. I like to just keep it quite full overall. And then we'll do exactly the same on the other brow. But if you feel like there's any hairs that might be actually kind of unruly and getting out of control, then yeah, of course you go ahead and trim them. Okay, so now it's time for waxing. So like I showed at the beginning, I use these wax strips. I actually use them myself because I don't see any point of warming up a huge wax pot just to do, you know, little bits of hair on your face. So what I do is, this is how they actually look inside. I'll show you now. And you can find them again on Amazon, on any of the beauty things, so like Walgreens in US, or Superdrug, or Boots in England, or like I said, eBay as well, they do sell them. So they come like this, so they are little strips. I'll actually rip them apart just to show you kind of what one looks like, because I only got half of one. There we go. So this is your strip. So I actually don't just open it up and go ahead and do it. I like to cut mine. So you see this one is actually cut, and this one is a full one. So what I like to do is I actually like to cut them in half like this, and in half long ways as well. So you see I've done one already, but I'm just left with a long half. So this is actually going to be more than enough for us today to do our eyebrows, because that way this product is going to last you longer as well, and you're going to have more control. Because let me just snip this one in half. So all you do, just kind of find the middle and go snip. And then this amount of wax, yeah, I don't need it anyway. This amount of wax right here, I don't know if you can see, is about as much as what we beauty therapists actually put on the brows to take it off. So this is already kind of like a gel wax, so I like to warm it up a little bit between my fingers just before I start applying it, but it kind of works on its own. Any other ones that are not this brown, you might have to actually like proper warm them up and rub them between your hands. So all you do is just separate them. There you are. And then get your mirror. And then just apply it underneath the brow first. If you feel like you're a bit too afraid that you might take off a bit more than what you think you might, this is kind of what we do as beauty therapists as well. We actually don't get too close. We leave a little gap, because what you can do then is you can always tweeze the hair out. I'm gonna pop my mirror down actually, because I'll need 2 hands now. I know I look absolutely beautiful. All you do, you just rub it on the skin, make sure you've got quite a good contact. You can actually see it through the paper. Grab it with your working hand, so my hand, I'm right-handed. Stretch it with your left hand and just don't pull it upwards, pull it against the skin. So parallel to the skin, and that's all you do. And that's it. And you can actually see little hairs. I don't know if you'll be able to see them, but there are little hairs on the thing, and you can actually reuse it again. And this is what I do, because it's your own hair, you know, it's you. So some people might say, oh, it's not hygienic. Who are you mixing it with? So all you do, you just follow the line again, press it down and let this one sit, and then I'm just going to do this one really quickly. Exactly the same, stretch, pull, hair out. I don't know if you can see, but they are on there. And then again, you just reuse it. Pop it underneath. There we are. And then here we go, pull again. There we go, get some more hair. This one goes in the rubbish, that's it. We did our bottom of the brow. Pull again. More hair has been grabbed. Fold it up. This is what I usually do with any of my little wax strips that I use on clients. Fold them up so they don't stick to anything else, and then just pop it in a bin, and that's it. So then you have a look, have a little brush. So you see it just left a little bit of wax. Totally okay. Happens all the time, guys. Don't worry, don't panic. Just grab some paper and just try and get as much as you can. There we go. And then again, give them a good brush. See if you're happy with that. But like I said, remember you can also tweeze, and this is what we always do. We also tweeze. And give them a good brush. Have a look. I can see there's actually some wax left on the brow. There we go. I just picked up just a little bit of the wax that was left behind on the skin right here. And actually there's some more here as well. I actually need 2 hands for this. Here we go. I just picked it all up. So I'm happy with the bottom of my eyebrow. I'll show you up close when they're actually done. I don't do much on top of my eyebrows. I kind of just leave them how they are. But if you need to, you still have that other half right here that you can actually use. This little bit. And again, same here, you pop one there, take it off, and then exactly the same one, pop one here, pop one there. And you see what I like when you cut it is you end up with little bits right here. So you either have this bit here on top, so if you cut it in half, you end up with either here or here, or at the end you have the little tail. And this is what you should do. Those little tails, put them where you're going to put your hand and rip it off, because it's going to be so much easier to grip rather than this side where you already have the wax in. All you can grip on is just a little corner right here. So it'll just make your life a little bit easier, you know? Okay, so now that I am done with the wax, I'm just having a little brush and having a look. Okay, so I do have a few hairs that I've realised that just decided not to go. There's always a few, trust me. And it's like that with professionals. I mean, I do have a good wax that I use on my clients that actually picks up quite a lot of hair, but there's always going to be at least one that just doesn't want to go. All you do, yeah, you just have a look and you think, okay, that doesn't belong there. Plus you've got a lovely tint line that you can just kind of have a look underneath. And you've got your little spoolie that you can use to just brush away any of the hairs that you just tweezed. And that's pretty much it, and that's how you do it. Yeah, just have a look and you think, okay, that shouldn't be that, I don't like it there. Just do it. You do have more control with tweezing over waxing, so that's quite a good thing. Again, grab your spoolie. If you don't have a spoolie, if you have an old mascara that you don't want to use and you want to bin it, just wash the mascara wand out of it, and it's actually a great thing to use to brush your eyebrows as well. Or if you like to do this whole soap brow thing as well. Tried that, didn't like it actually. You see I've got one strangly hair now that's just standing up and it's just stressing me out. I'm just gonna trim it because I can't tweeze it. I shouldn't really be doing that, but it's okay. And then just 2 more hairs, come on. 1, 2, and that's pretty much it. There we go, you guys. Brows done. So with this pack that you get with the little wax strips, you also get these right here. They're actually really, really good. I just don't understand why they're so unnecessary big for the brow. But then again, it is a facial wax, not just an eyebrow wax strips. But you've got these, which are your little after wax wipes. Really good. They do have a really nice oil in them, so it's great to apply that. I'm actually going to apply my after wax that I use on my clients, which is Kaiso aloe vera and argan oil gel. You do, I mean, depending on your skin, it's a good thing to use after wax because it's actually going to calm the skin down. And what you do is you just avoid washing your eyebrows because you've had tint applied on for 24 hours. And with waxing, also avoid like saunas and steam rooms, anything hot on your brows, and avoid also makeup as well. So I'm gonna have to walk around like this with actually white skin around my brows for the rest of the day, but that's pretty much it, you guys. And here we are. These are the brows. I'm really happy with them, and like I said, I do my own brows all the time, so I hope you found this. Actually, I just realized I've got these in. So yeah, make yourself look even more beautiful than you already are. Fix your hair, check your eyebrows, and here they are. So thank you so much, guys, for joining me on this video. I hope you found it informative. If you do have any more questions, don't hesitate to comment down below, and please like and subscribe.